Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Steve and welcome back to another video of RevShare conversions. Now this is week 2 of my paying ads. Okay, last week I showed you just the way I started off with $100, and I started $100 off with Bitcoin, and that is my focus towards the future of building my paying ads. This is how I want to start making money with Bitcoin. And you have to, if you're going to make money with Bitcoin, you definitely want to get involved with a solid RevShare program, which is obviously my paying ads. The new platform, the new payment plan, everything is set out for years to come, okay? So if you definitely want to start making money online, my paying ads is definitely the way forward. Now, last week I started off with $100 with Bitcoin. And if we just scroll down here, actually, I'll show you my current progress. So currently I have total balance is $3.77. Now in between that, I have been earning and starting to compound my earnings with buying more ad packs along the way. Okay, so what the first thing we can do is to look into actually my history. So we want to go to the top and click on finance. And then we'll we'll have a look at payment history first. Okay, here we are. Sorry about that. Now, here is basically the way I started off, all right? So, back in, where did we start? We started in April, okay? So, I had a few purchases that I made along the way because I was basically paying for PPC ads. It's an advertising platform, so what you're doing, you're paying for advertising, but I'm not having any good results at the moment. It's not necessary to do with my ads, but I think the majority of it at the moment is that everyone's waiting for their seed money. You know, a large percentage of people, maybe 90% or more, are waiting for their seed money that's frozen in PayPal at the moment. Now, what we're trying to do is we're obviously trying to build up before we get our funds back, and that's what I was trying to do. I want to put some money in now, so by the time everything kicks off, I'll have all that money to keep putting back into compounding so I can build the account a lot faster. Last week I showed you my seed money, which was $6,300. I'm like an insane like seed money guy, okay? Basically, the reason for that is that I saw huge potential in the way that the admin was working, Uday, and I have a lot of respect for him to bringing this business back and for surpassing, you know, climbing over that bridge or the wall that we had with PayPal, and everything is looking great from here. Like literally, this business is built to last for years to come. All right, so what I'm trying to show you here at the moment is that my first few purchases were with pay-per-click advertising, okay, and they haven't been going so well. I've been using the 468 times 60 banners, okay. You see just down here, this first one here, those sort of banners, and they haven't been generating well at all. So I personally don't recommend those. From my experience at the moment, when I'm buying my ad packs, I'm purchasing these 125 times 125 banners here. Now, because they're like kind of in your face the whole time, even if you're at the top, you can still see the banners, okay? They are getting more traction and a few more clicks than any of the other banners that I've tried, okay? And I've also tried filtering with like the premium clicks in terms of like, you know, selecting the countries that you can have. And I've also tried worldwide clicks. And to be honest, they haven't made any difference at all. So I would just focus on the 125 times 125 banners for now, and they will slowly start bringing your clicks rates up. And especially when the PayPal seed money comes in, we're going to get thousands and thousands more people being more active with my paying ads. So the more active people, the more audience there is to view the ads, and then the click rates will hopefully start improving as well. And we can start testing those as things start coming through, especially on the launch, which won't be, well, not the launch, but you know, the when the PayPal seed money comes through, which won't be until July the 5th. Okay, so you know, everything's going to start working its way up eventually. People are starting to see the potential in getting started now rather than waiting, especially for those who are still waiting for their seed money like I've done. I've put some more money in, and my payment processor now is to focus on Bitcoin. All right, so we currently have some pay-per-click advertising here. And then on here, May 4th last week, I started with $100 with coin payments, which was via Bitcoin. And then from these purchases here, I've been paying through repurchasing ad packs. So every time my earnings get up to $5, I'll go straight in and buy another ad pack. And it's the power of this in RevShares is compounding your earnings as much as possible. So every time it reaches $5, which is the very first starter pack, I go in and buy another ad pack. All right. So when the reason I'm doing this is because when you start compounding your earnings, your daily revenue starts building up, and then you'll get to a certain level where you can start withdrawing $10, $20, $30, $50, $100, or the maximum withdrawal in my paying ads is $200 per day. Just think about that. That's insane, right? That can change everything for a lot of people. So I'm telling you, when you get started and you start compounding your earnings, okay, it's just going to make things just so much easier. All right. And when you also compound your earnings, if you start doing that now, by the time the seed money starts coming in, you'll have a lot of money on the back end start building up towards your seed money. Okay, so you can catch up very quickly, and your earnings are also just going to get there a lot more faster. Okay, it is a slow rev share, but it's built to last. So stability is the most key. I would prefer to earn slow rather than throw loads of money in to earn something quick and then for it to collapse within 3-6 months or maybe a year at very best. But to be honest, I would personally always focus on something like my paying ads, where it's 100% trusted, it's 100% committed, and it's got a stable plan that's built for years to come. Now, what I'm also going to show you, this is the payment history. Now, I'm going to show you the earnings history here, which is actually going very, very well. It's better than I expected. We'll just wait for this to load up here. Okay. Now, as you can see, on May the 4th, last week, I purchased 20 ad packs. So I put in $100. They're $5 each. So I started off with 20, and already it's generated over $17. I think that's really strong. You know, that's really, especially that we don't have everyone active just yet. Not everyone's buying and stuff like that. And it's always based on sales performance. Okay. So there's always a cap. Most rev shares usually have a cap between 1 to 3%, something like that. But this is going just over sort of 2% at the moment that I've currently been seeing. And at the moment, it's generated over $17 just from that $100 alone. And then as soon as it hits $5, I'm buying another $5 ad pack here. So as you can see, the amount here was $5 on May the 7th, and it's generated about 6 cents. Something like that. So it's building up. Oh, sorry, 61 cents. My maths is terrible. Yeah, so it's building up. But as you can see the 7th here, the 9th here, and the 11th here. So at the moment, what I'm doing, when I'm compounding my earnings, you can see that the earnings that I'm generating here, I can purchase another ad pack sort of roughly every 2 days at the moment. So I personally think that is really, really good so far, especially if you're only starting at $100. It's really powerful that you can start compounding your earnings. So even if you started at $100, 6 months from now or a year from now, you know, you're actually going to be earning really, really well, especially when the seed money starts coming back in. The percentages are just going to go straight up. It's going to go up for quite a while. So it's definitely worth getting stuck in now. Create an account if you haven't got an account, or start purchasing some ad packs now so that you can start compounding those earnings before your seed money arrives. And if you're new to this, then this is definitely something you want to get started in now, because like I said, this business is going to be around for years, and you're basically making money whilst advertising. Okay, so you're going to get impressions, and you're going to get pay per clicks as well, and it's just going to make your business so much better. So the last thing I just want to show you again, let's just go back to the overview. My seed money here, $6,300. I just want to show you that I am so confident in this business model. Before we had the issues with PayPal and stuff, you know, my heart really sunk. I put in that much money. I didn't even realize I put that much in. I was so focused on all over the place at the start, because rev shares were quite new to me last year, and I started MPA back in November, and I really wanted to make the most out of this, and I put loads of plans out with different rev shares and things, and I put a lot of money into different ones, and those collapsed. And then the only one that stood out was my paying ads. You know, the admin Uday, he is like an incredible guy, and he never gave up. You know, as soon as PayPal froze the funds, he still strove forward. You know, we have a massive community of people, some wicked admins that, you know, they know exactly what they're doing, and their support is really helpful. And it's just a platform that everyone really needs to get involved in. So as of now, I'm doing sort of keeping my progress with you guys on a weekly basis. In less than 2 weeks, I am moving to China. I am so happy about this, because if it wasn't for rev shares, if it wasn't for Bitcoin, you know, I really probably wouldn't be in this position. You know, I've lost money along the way, but at the same time, I've learned a lot from this industry, and things are only going to get better. I know exactly what I'm doing now, my plans and everything, and my investments. I understand why people say, you know, it's not an investment, but at the same time, it's an investment in yourself, right? I always personally believe that, you know, if you're putting money into advertising and stuff, you're still investing in yourself, because maybe you're branding yourself, and you're making yourself a better marketer overall. Well, you should be anyway. Right, so I personally believe that it is an investment, and it's not an investment. You can look at it both ways, okay? But honestly, this is going really well so far. I will probably hit the next ad pack maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see how things go. But I'm really looking forward to my progress. Now, like I said, I'm using Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is going to be my real focus here, because I'm also using, I've received my PaySpark MasterCard, which is Solid Trust Pay. So I can go different ways with this. I've got other rev shares with Solid Trust Pay, and I've also got a rev share, particularly my paying ads, with Bitcoin. Okay, and what I've done here, I've got this website up here called Crypto Pay. Now, if you're in the US, you probably want to look at something called Swift. Okay, Swift are a really good company for Americans when applying for a Bitcoin debit card. Now, because I'm moving to China, I need something that's a bit more flexible. When I had my bank, the transactions were ridiculous amounts. I mean, I was paying in the UK currency, in the British currency, I was paying £5 per transaction. So even if it was a small amount, I was still paying £5 just to take that money out, and it's just ridiculous. And there are only certain banks, like for example in Beijing, which is where I'm going back to. I have a HSBC bank, okay, which is it's a global bank, but at the same time, there's only a few HSBC branches in China. Now I've got 2 banks in China already, but I need something where I can take my business with me, not necessarily just rely on the banks, which is where Bitcoin comes in. And if I just go to the homepage here, or the Bitcoin debit card, basically, this is what I have applied for. Okay, and literally this company is so far like fantastic. They gave me my Bitcoin debit card sort of within 4 days. I had the account set up, I had it verified, and then I had the card within 4 days. And it's just incredible. So now all I can do, I can put my details along here, and I'll sign in. Okay. So obviously at the moment I don't have anything in here because my Bitcoin is in my Coinbase account at the moment. But what I will be doing eventually, I have a Bitcoin address just along here. And then you have different accounts along here. So I've got my British account and stuff like that. So I can keep funding those accounts if I want to. But what I would also be doing is sending my Bitcoin to this address. So every time my Bitcoin earnings from my rev share stack up, I will start putting them into my CryptoPay account. And then basically, I've already paid for my card, so I can load my card. So I can put the money into my card and then I can start spending it in China. Unfortunately for me, I have to pay the international fees. But at the same time, it is so much easier and it's still cheaper than going through with the banks. Because I can deposit a lot more money and I can use it pretty much anywhere. I can use it online. I can use it to make transactions. You know, even if I was shopping, I can still use the card to start paying for stuff, and I can start paying for dinner and things like that. And I will make a video of probably my first transaction to pay for something anyway. So I'm really looking forward to that. So as I'm building my paying ads account, as the funds start coming in and everything like that, I'm going to start using this with my Bitcoin, and then I can start spending that Bitcoin to basically live my lifestyle. You know, I have a laptop lifestyle, so wherever I go, I've got my Bitcoin card, I've got my Solid Trust Pay card, I've also got my Chinese banks, of course, but in most cases, this is just going to make things so much easier. And it's thanks to my paying ads that I'll be able to live that lifestyle. Okay, so I'll catch you guys next week with another video and another update, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. If you have any questions, just drop me a message on Facebook, add me on Facebook, and then we'll go from there.